Hey there, welcome back to Astrovision, Spirituality, and Tarot. I'm your host Joe, and as you can tell from the title of this video, we're going to be taking a look at the astrological wheel, more so looking at some aspects that can point towards codependency in our relationships and codependent habits that we may use on the daily in our regular routines. Now, if you aren't familiar with astrology or aspects in your birth chart pertaining to astrology, then I'd recommend you click on another video where you could learn that real quickly and then come back. But if you do know a little bit about aspects and do know a little bit about the houses and where some of this energy could be preoccupied in your birth chart, then I recommend you sit still and pay attention because we are going to be talking about some interesting and juicy topics that could really be helpful and beneficial to you when it comes to navigating your way through these areas in your life. Codependency is a behavior. It is something that we pick up when we were younger, at the earlier stages of our lives, having to deal more so with neglect and abuse. So, through that, you adopt these unhealthy traits to survive in these unhealthy environments. And that basically is what codependency is. If you have codependency, you more than likely do have some of the traits as well, which can consist of clinginess, suppressing some of your emotions or your thoughts, having rejection issues, abandonment issues, producing self sabotaging habits, being gullible towards other people, giving other people the benefit of the doubt, also mirroring other people's behavior in efforts to gain their approval. All of these traits are traits of codependency. These are codependent habits. And some of these habits and traits can be explained throughout your birth chart with some of the aspects that I'm going to be talking about with you guys. And so basically, if you are a codependent person or you possess any of these codependent traits, it just means that you are a person of empathy, you are a person of love, and you care and show compassion towards other people. Now, you can't help who comes into your life and abuse some of these traits, but at the same time, some of these traits can be learned to let go, especially if they no longer benefit you at the stage that you are currently at in your life. These things can be carefully plucked off and picked through so you can feel more confident within yourself when you get into these unhealthy relationships with people. You'll know how to walk away in a healthy way and still protect your boundaries and still protect your peace and still respect that other person. Some of the aspects that I'm about to discuss with you guys can contribute to some of the codependency traits and habits that are playing major roles in your birth chart. Now, always remember when we discuss the moon can relate to your mother. So there may be issues stemming from childhood revolving your mother, or there could be current issues dealing with codependency in regards to the mother. Also, when we discuss Neptune, remember Neptune is a planet of abuse. It is a planet of artistic abilities as well, and also intuitive abilities as well. So remember the energies of these planets as I'll be discussing them through the aspects so you can get a clearer picture of how these energies can produce codependency within relationships. Neptune square Venus and Virgo in your chart or your partner's chart can point towards conflicts in the functionality of the relationship, especially regarding a false image pertaining to you or how you view your partner. You can more so prefer your partner with cosmetic enhancements or just really prefer to build your partner up and really have this perfect false image of what they should look like and how they should function around you, how they should operate around you. And this could really play on that person's self-esteem. Or if your partner has this aspect, this can really play on your self-esteem. They could really make you feel like you're not enough. And in that, you can pick up some codependent traits and some habits to where you want to go out of your way and be perfect for this person, and you want to go out of your way and seek their validation because it boosts your self-esteem. And Neptune is all about self-sacrificing, all about no boundaries, lacking boundaries, but willing to empathetically devote themselves to other people's problems and issues. And so just having Neptune square Venus in Virgo, this can really produce a lot of codependent behaviors in a relationship. Moon square Neptune is also a critical position or aspect when it comes to codependent traits. And this is because this is a very empathetic aspect. So you're going to be a person who's going to cry at anything that upsets you. This is someone who is very, very empathetic, but also moody at the same time. This can lead to your lover hiding their emotions from you, even faking their emotions around you, being very deceptive. Your partner could be using you for a home. They could have issues with their own mother and really be abusing your intuitive and nurturing qualities and taking that for granted and really having that whole Peter Pan lost boy thing going on and abusing that. Or you could be doing that to your partner. You could be, well taken care of. They could be taking care of you and you're staying with them, not having to pay a bill. All you have to do is provide affection and things like that, but you're probably hiding it. You're probably very deceptive when it comes to your true emotions, and this can create some codependent traits in that person or within you. If you have this energy, you definitely can fall accustomed to some codependent traits and habits just with not fully being honest with yourself when it comes to your emotions and what you want. You can really suppress that and really hide that, and other people, they really don't know what they're getting when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to what makes you comfortable and how to nurture you and how to care for you. Sometimes you can really play a role in really deceiving others in this area. So wherever that is in your birth chart, wherever you have this aspect, just pay more attention to that area and just be more honest to the people who do care about you and who do really want to invest into your life. Neptune square Venus in Scorpio is also another area to really pay attention to, especially because this can produce a lot of abuse within a relationship or partnership within people. This is actually a Plutonian or Plutonic relationship, and with this aspect, you just want to be very careful when it comes to being consumed by that Plutonic person, because they're going to try and tap into your intuition and tap into your empathy. They're going to do that effortlessly just because that Plutonic energy can be very magnetic, and Neptunian individuals are very open but also withdrawn, so sometimes they have a lack of boundaries, so other people can sneak in with the sob stories and sneak in with the traumatic events. With this aspect, you could really believe anything that your scorpionic partner is telling you. You could believe anything that Plutonian individual is telling you just out of your pure empathetic heart and wanting to give them the benefit of the doubt. This aspect can also produce your partner being abusive towards you and inflicting physical abuse on you, psychological abuse on you, or even emotional abuse on you. And other people will be able to see it, but it'll be like you're the only person who's blind to it. So you'll walk around and defend your partner if they blacked your eye, and you'll say you tripped and fell, but everyone knows that that didn't happen the way you're saying it happened, and everyone knows that your boyfriend is a little aggressive already, so people can see through it. Everyone just doesn't understand why you're protecting this person, why you're defending this person. Having Neptune square Venus in Scorpio, you can really defend your lover to the end of time. Even if they lay pause on you, you're still going to defend them to the end of time with this energy, just because Neptune is so willing and so devoted to put the emotions of other people forward, and really suppress their own. Having this energy, you really don't want people viewing your partner in a bad light. You really don't want others viewing your partner in those dark Plutonian qualities. Because Neptunian individuals are people of light, they are people of joy. They do have hopeful spirits. So you do wish for the better in this individual. You do wish for the better in your partner. So anytime that they're abusing you or taking out their frustrations on you, you're consuming all of that pain, but really you're self-sabotaging yourself. You're scared to leave. You're scared to run away because of their manic issues, because of how they'll react once you do get that freedom from them. With this aspect, just be very careful of when you sense that you're getting close to a platonic person. Really pay attention and see if they are of the dark side of things or of the light side of things. And if they're in the light side of things, green light, go for it, I'd recommend. But if they're on the dark side of things and you have this aspect, I would stay away, because it's either you're going to transform them in a dark way or they're going to transform you in a dark way. Mars in Libra is another aspect or placement in the birth chart that can point towards some codependent traits and habits within your daily routine or within your love nature or just your partnerships in general. Having this energy, you're definitely like a lover, you're not a fighter. You go out of your way to make nice with people who cause conflicts just so you can diffuse the situation. With this energy, you definitely want to be more independent, because having this energy, you're going to be codependent. You're going to be very dependent on other people, especially for them to light that fire underneath you and to become passionate and get things done. Having this energy, you really can become a little bit lazy, a little less charged in certain areas. So wherever your Mars in Libra is placed, if it's in the 6th house, you may be a little lazy when it comes to work. You may have codependent relationships in regards to the workplace, and you also may not be that physical when it comes to the gym, and you may overindulge on your impulses, eating habits, and things like that. So Mars in Libra is a position of codependency in your birth chart, and it's definitely an area to put a little focus on. Libra Moon conjunct Venus is another position that can produce some codependency traits and habits, especially because typically Libra Moons are very close with their mother. Usually they have a harmonious relationship with their moms, but if it's conjuncting Venus, that means you have a deeply strong, comfortable, harmonious relationship with your mom. So you're probably able to change in the dressing room with your mom. You're probably able to tell her how you and your boyfriend climaxed the other day. Like, this is very close energy, and with that you can fall into some habits of codependency with your own mother. And it doesn't even have to be about your mom. This can be in regards to your partner too. You can just be deeply invested within your partnership and within your relationship, to where even if your partner is away, you still have to smother them. You'll use emotional manipulation tactics if necessary, just to get that affection and just to get those compliments and that validation from your partner. And you might have some separation anxiety with having Libra Moon conjunct Venus. That's an aspect that could produce some separation anxiety when it comes to your partnerships, when it comes to your mom in general. You may be scared to leave the house. Your room is probably still set up, still clean, still harmonious the way it is when you left for college or whatever age you left. Your mom definitely still kept everything, or if there's a full house, she put everything in a box. Your mom loves the heck out of you. And you also may suffer from not being able to think, not being able to make decisions without that collaborative effort on their end, without your partner's help. This could also be how your partner feels. So even if you aren't feeling this energy, you could feel it on the other side with your partner. You could definitely be consuming some of this energy if they have this in their chart. Neptune square Jupiter in Libra is another aspect that can really point towards some codependent traits, especially when it comes to over exaggerating the love you give or the love you receive to your partner, or even the love you don't receive. You're definitely going to be the type to explode and throw tantrums. You're going to blindly follow your lover, especially their thoughts, their goals, anything that they have going on. You're going to follow behind them like they're a cult leader. And that has to deal with Neptune blindly and willingly devoting themselves to other people's agendas, ideas, and even emotions sometimes. And since it's Neptune square Jupiter in Libra, you could really devote to your religious partner, to your very spiritual partner. Your partner could really take you down the road of religion and really enlighten you, or they can really take you down a road of religion to where you're lost and you're blindly following behind them and you don't know who you are anymore. So having Neptune square Jupiter and Libra could really produce some codependent issues, especially pertaining to just that lack of self-esteem, that sense of needing validation from your partner, and also that power struggle with your partner. Mars in Cancer is another placement or position in the birth chart that can equate to some codependent traits and habits as well, especially because with this energy, you can easily manipulate others with your emotions, and you could easily mirror the behavior of other people with your emotions. Vice versa, if your partner has this energy, they're able to easily do this to you. With this energy, you're able to make your partner feel very insecure by mirroring some of their habits, especially the ones that you don't like. And they'll take notice of this and they'll start to feel insecure. So, for example, let's say your partner smokes cigarettes and you don't like the fact that they smoke cigarettes. So, you have this whole plot to sneak and smoke them and get caught by your partner smoking, and this action happening, you have the outcome of them quitting because they don't want their partner smoking. They care about the health of their partner, you know. So having Mars in Cancer, you really can be very manipulative. You can also judge your partner on their body weight and their habits pertaining to the way that they nurture. If your partner is more selfish and more about themselves, you could find it very difficult nurturing them and giving them that affection. They could find it difficult really holding on to that clinginess. They may feel smothered by all of the affection and the nurturing that you're doing. That can produce some arguments, that can produce some conflict. Having this energy, you don't really know how to balance all of that conflict. It's a lot of pressure within you to hold all of that anger and contain all of these deep embedded emotions that you have already. So when it gets to those points, you kind of just burst and explode because, you know, Mars in Cancer can produce a selfish lover. This can produce someone who is very selfish when it comes to their own emotions in general. So having outbursts when it comes to those big emotional buildups is something that you have to do to release all of that pressure within you. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and found something interesting to take from it. Definitely feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any of these aspects and can relate to anything that I said or want to contribute to anything that I said as well. And I appreciate it if you would subscribe and like as well. Stay tuned for my videos in the second house as we are currently going through that. Until then, you guys, I will see you in my next video. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.